Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I am your host, Johnny Hellcat, and with me today is Minion. Hey, Camel.
Hey ho.
How's your day going so far?
Uh, I mean, could be better, could be worse. How about you?
Oh, not too bad. Actually, uh, I downloaded an app to help you run the 5K, and
I'm not running any 5K. I didn't agree to this.
well, help me run the 5K.
Oh, okay.
It's like Couch to 5K or some shit like that, and yeah, I got about halfway through the first one before my lungs decided they were screaming out of my body, which is better than I thought I was going to do. So that's a plus.
And why are you running a 5K? Is
Um,
something chasing you, Johnny? What's going on here?
well, I'm trying to get back into shape. That is the key point to this exercise because I want to get back into the kickboxing.
I mean, round is a shape, Johnny.
Yeah, but I don't like being winded when I walk upstairs. So yeah,
That's why I take the elevator.
yeah, I'm trying to avoid that.
Modern marvels of engineering, you know?
You know, elevators collapse. You know.
I mean, yeah. Like, if you live in China. When's the last time an elevator collapsed? Come on.
That
Probably
I've
more
heard
likely to
of.
die in a plane crash.
It happened to a friend I know.
You had any friends in plane crashes?
No.
All right, well, there goes my argument, I guess. I was kind of hoping he would be like, yeah, two, you know?
Yeah, my friend's uncle was in 9/11, so it's really hard to.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Honey, stray cat gave
I
birth.
mean, like,
We're not adopting any cats.
I want a cat to crawl into my car and give birth.
No.
Yes.
No.
'Cause I'm
I mean, I can facilitate that if that's what she really wants.
No, not from you either.
Alright, I'll leave you alone.
And no, he's not going to give you any cats.
I got a gang of them, man. Like, she can have all she wants.
We already have an endless dispenser that we can pick from at my at my ex's house. I don't need any more.
And smooth segue by the missus there. You know, like, we went from, like, 9/11 to adopting cats. Quick, fast.
Yeah, that's a way to distract from that. I am
So,
no longer
trying
a
to get
stray.
back into shape for the kickboxing.
Yeah, that way at least I can keep my breath when I get back into the swing of things.
So the kickboxing, that's just like an exercise deal, like trying to get into shape, be more physically fit. It's not like oh dear God, I might need self defense kind of thing.
Well, it's a little bit of both. Uh,
I thought you owned a gun.
I do.
Then you don't need kickboxing.
It's like one to the
This is
foot,
America.
one to the foot, pistol whip, one to the chest. That's fine.
We got these beautiful things called castle doctrine and stand your ground and all kinds of other legal precedents, man. And getting kicked in the face, that's a good way to die.
You're not wrong. No, it's mainly exercise, but there is a self defense aspect to it. So it's yeah, no, it's I like it.
Well, I mean, as long as you got that, you know. Personally, I like smoking and being lazy.
And taking the Indiana Jones route. Someone goes to
Uh,
show off, and you just pull out a piece.
I mean, yeah. I'm not trying to run a 5K.
Big iron on your hip.
No. Yeah, I spent the day just putting in some job applications and just hanging out with the dogs, relaxing, trying to like recharge, reset, all that good shit.
What?
Is Hulu the only thing I can't watch in there?
Yeah, that's what you have to screen mirror if you're going to do that.
Or play any like music, yeah, you don't want to do that either. Just read a book quietly in the corner, ma'am.
Well, she could do that, but she wants to watch Frasier.
I mean, IMDb, they've got plot synopses for different episodes.
Yeah. I don't want to be in your YouTube prank video.
I mean, that guy had it coming. Can we all agree on that one?
Yeah, no, and
I would have voted not guilty in a hot second. As soon as I heard the words YouTube prank video, I'd be like, dismissed. You have a good day, sir. Thank you for your service.
next time aim center mass.
Like, didn't he shoot him in like the gut? I mean,
yeah,
it was. I think that was like perfect placement. That was like that the only thing that could have been better is if like he kneecapped him or shot him in the foot. And that's not the. It's kind of weird. Like, you had that one. You remember the one in Tennessee? That was like, what, a couple years ago?
I'm trying to remember.
It was like a dude in a park, like, at night. He, like, ran up on a dude. And I don't remember if he was, like, if he had, like a prop knife or something like that. Like, he was...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that
one. Yeah, that guy. Didn't he shoot him dead?
Yeah. And he was a playful character. Now he did nothing wrong.
Bullshit.
Defense Exhibit A. Like...
And that guy also, like, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he also get like no charged or?
I actually
I
never heard
I had to go look
that.
on that.
I was thinking something that would be kind of interesting.
I'm not doing it. We're not doing prank videos, Johnny.
Oh God, no!
People are getting shot.
Like, my idea of prank videos is way different than this guy's idea, but even then, it's kind of like, I don't want people to like want me dead, so I think I'll just kind of not do that. No, that guy didn't learn shit. Like, he clearly did not. Like, he is... Yeah, go find Jesus my ass.
Who's trying to find Jesus? What's going on?
No, he said that guy needs to find Jesus.
The guy that shot him, or the
guy
pranker?
that got shot.
I mean, he was pretty close to meeting him.
No, it's absolutely
the ambulance,
hilarious.
hits a patch of traffic. But yeah, like I never understood like even like Impractical Jokers, like that kind of shit. Like I just never saw the funny in them.
There's some that are, but there's some that just is way too far. Like, it's just too much.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, and like I said, like, Impractical Jokers, that was what, was that still back on the Travel Channel, or after they changed it to True or whatever?
It was, yeah, I think it was when it became true.
Like, and those, that was like a cable TV channel. Like, they had a legal department and everything. It's like, yeah, that one's, yeah, that's a little too far. Like, I don't think we can do that one. You know, just, some asshole with a cell phone in the middle of the mall.
Assassin, I think that guy definitely used a Full Metal Jacket, because there's no way that was a hollow point. If that was a hollow point, it would have tore some shit up, and he probably would be dead. Guest placement is critical. Especially with a gut shot. Like,
Yeah, if I'm going to shoot a man in the gut, I'm going to aim for the appendix.
look, I did you a favor.
You weren't using it anyway, man. What are you whining about? Oh, I'm shot. Like, yeah, well, I'm just trying to help you save on medical bills, man. You get that appendectomy like on the house now. That's how that works, right, Johnny?
Of course.
Oh man, Clint Smith on shotguns. That name sounds familiar, but I can't place it. Would have been hilarious, like he says something about shotguns. Like, would it have been hilarious if that dude like pulled out like a judge? Yeah,
Yeah. That,
just go complete overkill, like dragon's breath loaded in it. Dude gets gut shot and it's automatically like cauterized. I saw a hobo with a shotgun, and as much as I like Rutger Hauer, that movie was trying to be like the B movie schlock, and it didn't work for me, you know.
yeah. No, it was all right.
Yeah, like I said, I like Rutger Hauer, and like he's the reason why I went ahead and watched the movie. When I went ahead and watched it all the way through. But now, other than that, I didn't do too terrible much today. Like I said, I put in applications for all the available jobs I could find. About a handful of them. It'd be nice if I could get a remote work from home job. That'd be awesome. Because I don't know about you, man, but gas is like $3.50 a gallon for me right now. Uh, which I know is not the worst it could be. Like, could be stuck in California paying almost $7 a gallon.
Yeah.
How's it up there?
We're at 4.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. It was 420 for a while, and then I think it was down to 410, and I think we're down to 405 or 4.
Like that's diesel prices here.
Yeah, we had it down to 365 for a while, and people were getting content with the downshift, and then lo and behold, we're back up to 4.
I want to say like like when the lockdown started way back when, like I was so pissed because that was the cheapest gas I've seen since I got a driver's license and nowhere to fucking go.
Yep.
So tired. Like, Cynic, isn't it like noon where you are? How are you tired in the middle of the day? What are you up to?
I wish I could be tired in the middle of the day. I usually am, but yeah.
I'm usually tired in the middle of the day because that's usually when I go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been weird, like being up and alert when the sun's out. Like, there's a lot more people on the road, and I don't like it.
Let's see here. Let's say hi to people in the chat here. James Colley, how you doing? Tier?
Also, it's very bright. Hurts my eyes.
Trying to distract me from my greets. Hey, Rotten Corpse. Assassin of the Grey, how you doing? And Cynic. Hey, Terry. Hey, Hammer.
See, that's the smart play there, Terry. Never go to sleep. That way, Freddy Krueger can't get you in your dreams.
I remember, like, it was, I think when I first got back from my jaunt out to North Carolina, I moved back in with my mom to kind of get some bearings before I can venture out on my own again. And I would be up at just really odd hours of the day. So, like, I would sleep an 8-hour shift, and then get up, and then be up, and then just stay up the rest, like, the whole night. I could be up the whole 24 hours, lay down, nap for about an hour and a half, and then just be up and going again. Like that 2-hour nap was my 8-hour sleep. And then, yeah, it's... I have hallucinated once in my entire life, and it was horrifying.
I think maybe once, like I was up for over 2 days. It was like, I don't know, 52, 54 hours, something like that. And it wasn't for any reason either. Like, I was just like a young kid and I wanted to see how long I could stay awake.
Yeah, I was working my night job, and then I had it was after my boys had started being able to wander around. So when kids are young, you can kind of just sleep on the floor or wherever, and it's like, oh yeah, no big deal.
I'm risking throwing my back out just thinking about it at this point.
And yeah, once it got to the point where they could, like, crawl over me and just take off in whatever direction, I was like, oh, I have to actually stay up and watch you now. So I was getting, at minimum, about 4 at the max, 2 at the minimum hours of sleep a day. And then I remember, and this is, I'm going to shock you with this. I was watching Countdown with Keith Olbermann. And this was...
Yeah, good luck trying to sleep through that. That dude yells a lot.
Yeah. Well, even worse now, but... no, I was watching Countdown with Keith Olbermann, and I think I had gone... this is maybe... Let's see. I was on my 5th year there. 6th year there. No. 7th or 8th year there. And it was to the point where, like, I was almost drinking an entire pot of coffee a night. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, like, from across the room, a friend of mine from high school, who I would never talk to, casually, because, you know, we're I wouldn't say we were friends, but we knew each other. But she starts, he's got a good point, blah, 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 blah. And I don't even remember what they were talking about on the thing. And I start talking like, oh yeah, but what about this and da, 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 da. And she goes, well, it's not about that. It's a more like this thing type of thing. And to my right is a friend I met at a party once that I was incredibly wasted. Like, I barely remember the party. But we became Facebook friends after that. And so we're having a 3-way conversation. And I'm like, wait a minute. You guys aren't supposed to be here. If you guys get caught in here, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm not supposed to have visitors. As if I'm talking to them as if I've talked to them regularly at all anyway. And so, like, as I'm telling them this, they kind of just disappear. And I look at the couch that the guy was sitting on. I look at the love seat that the gal was sitting on. And I just go, I need to put in for some vacation time. I just put down the laundry I was folding at the time, and I just walked into the office, and I just put in for some time off. I told my boss, I'm like, I'm hallucinating, and I need sleep.
Yeah, I had a few nights at the job where I was like, I've been up since before I came to work yesterday, and I don't think I'm gonna make it to the end of this shift. Luckily, there's somebody else there. I was like, I'm going home.
It's coffee. Coffee is a crutch. Yeah.
I mean, it's not my preferred method of caffeine ingestion, but hey, it works.
No, I don't want to listen to Tip to the Tulips.
I prefer my caffeine cold, generally, but it's getting to be fall now, which means winter is coming, and that's a good time for a hot beverage. Do you disagree?
Not entirely. Yeah, no, I just prefer the coffee though. Actually, I am one of those degenerates that likes creamer as well. So it's
I mean, I can operate with or without creamer in my coffee. I do like a splash of coffee with my sugar though.
yeah, I like coffee with my creamer. No, it's
With additives, Terry.
lots and lots of additives.
That's how that's how I managed to do it. Although, like they have so many different flavors of creamer now. Like, I remember the first time I had chocolate coffee creamer. I was like in high school, and yeah, that blew my mind. It's like this coffee actually tastes like chocolate now. I was like, holy shit, I like coffee. No, I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, coffee itself is degeneracy and should not be taken.
I'm impressed by how many people rely on bean juice to make it through their day.
That's how I get started.
Try brown sugar next time. I'm not opposed. If coffee tastes like, I've got news for you, Terry. There is chocolate coffee creamer, man. You can have chocolate flavored coffee.
In fact, they have all sorts of flavors that can go with coffee. There is, they even actually have a peanut butter cup, if you should so desire.
Spike can only take you so far. Yeah, that is one of the things that keeps me going. Caffeine, nicotine, and spite.
Spite is a good motivator.
Oh, speaking of spite, I told you that I went ahead and quit the job. Like, did I tell you also about the phone calls I made after I quit the job?
Yeah.
Oh boy, I wish I could be a fly on the wall, and I'd blend in because there's plenty of flies in that place. They'd never be able to catch me.
They're not for lacking.
Very, I'd be very well camouflaged. But speaking of flies, that was one of the calls I made was the health department. It's like, yeah, I worked at this place and it sucks. You should really take a look at it. Laid out all the reasons why, and the lady I talked to was shocked. So much so that she apologized to me. I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry you had to go through that. Like, I needed a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. But called up, a couple other choice agencies, like, hey, so there's this place. You might want to go take a visit.
As it just so happens.
Yep. But it was funny. One of the people I talked to in regards to my former employer, they asked me to spell my name, and nobody ever spells my name right the first time, so I'm not offended when somebody asks me to spell it right. And I start spelling it over the phone, and since we got a couple of vets in the audience right now, uh, I use the phonetic alphabet, right? And I don't know any air traffic controlmen. I don't know a whole lot of cops, but I know a few veterans, so I use that phonetic alphabet. And that, I finished spelling the name, and I forgot like one letter, and which the dude, he corrected it for me. I was like, yeah, that's the one. And he's like, so were you were in the military, huh? I'm like, nope. Not even close. I just know people. Like I talk on I talk over the internet. I talk on the phone. Sometimes you got to spell shit, and I sometimes I mumble. So yeah, that's the easiest way to spell something verbally. Make people understand what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, I for once, Johnny, I've had my faith in government almost restored because like the people I talked to, they were on the ball. They were like, they were taking notes. They're like, yeah, I'm definitely going to be down there like today, tomorrow at the latest.
Now, were they saying that, or were they actually going to say it? Like,
Well, I mean, so I was trying to get a hold of one of my former coworkers today, be like, hey, how things been going since I've been gone? I know it's only been a few days, but just wanted to call and check on you guys, see how things are. Yeah, hadn't got back to me yet, so. But I mean, shit, who knows? Maybe they've already been there and they've closed the place down, and now she's out of a job and she doesn't want to take my calls. No, I haven't missed categories yet, Frosted.
We haven't got that far yet.
Oh, they can make you into Tiny Tim, but they can't get me like
that's
wearing a suit.
I made that.
Oh, okay. Johnny was playing with AI earlier, and I got to say, I am not impressed with their representation of camels.
Because I will say I was impressed with their with my pictures. With my pictures, yeah, that's nice.
Well, I mean, they had one like the prompt was supposed to be, what was it? Joe Camel wearing a suit, smoking a cigarette, walking in the desert. They just had like a camel with a disembodied suit standing next to it. I didn't even see a cigarette.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull this up here.
I said wearing a suit. If the prompt was to be nude, that was all Johnny. He's a degenerate pervert, don't you know? Are you trying to pull up the?
Yeah, I'm trying not to put our business out there. So here's one of the pictures. Which, I mean, for an AI picture, is not terrible.
Bad. Not bad.
Let's see if I can do this one. Yeah, that was the one with the disembodied, a headless tuxedo.
and like one too many feet, if you notice.
Yeah.
Bond girls have really hit the skids. Hey now. I'd make an excellent Bond girl, thank you very much.
This is the first picture that populated. Which, I mean, if you're trying to look cool with a camel, with a shallow chest.
I mean, I did not take Moses for being that snazzy of a dresser, but that might explain why he ended up, walking around the desert for 40 years. He was totally unprepared for that environment.
And then this is the one I like the most.
Yeah, that's the closest, closest of the four. Still no cigarette.
And then we went with just looking up standard Joe Camel, and you get this. Which is,
And
I'm
then
guessing,
I'm
guessing those are tobacco leaves.
that's how you know AI right there. Like they never get the fingers right. See.
He's lost a couple in the war. That one just looks like he's trying to eat it.
Yeah, yeah. And AI apparently doesn't know what a cigarette filter actually looks like.
Well, in this one they do because it's all filters. But the
Well,
filters are made of tobacco.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no tobacco in the filter though.
And then yeah, this one it still bugs me.
That's got a Jerry Lewis kind of vibe.
Yeah. And it's wrong that the eye with the monocle is the one that's closed.
It's like if Jerry Lewis, you know, was playing a Chinaman and had a love child with that Anya Taylor-Joy chick.
Let me see if
A bit Bing Crosby.
Yeah, I can see it.
No. So, you got anything to talk about? Because I don't have anything really to talk about.
And not entirely.
All right, chat.
Because
it's your time to shine. Give us something here.
Well, we were expecting other people to be involved in this discussion, and they were not. So this is.
I was gonna say, like, I didn't know I was supposed to bring other people.
I asked other people to join us. This is one of the ones that I made. Not I made, but I had of in the AI, which is neato.
See, Frost and I, we're at a disagreement. He says Amish, I say Jewish. The Amish don't dress that snazzy.
I like that one.
Are we supposed to be seeing this?
Oh, yeah, I suppose that kind of helps. Hey, Mr. Scott.
Cat on the brain.
Let's see. Go back to this one. And that one. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, that one I like the most. One too many claws, but still. A lot more than one too many claws.
So who else was supposed to be here? Can we shame them for not showing up?
Gabby and Dax. Dax may show up.
Well, Dax doesn't like. I don't think he gets like off work.
He'll be off work in about 15 minutes. So if we're still going, he may join us. But yeah, it's just. I don't think Gabby ever messaged me back. So.
And what about Sanguine? Is he not going to make it tonight?
Sanguine also has not messaged me back.
Yeah, I was scrolling Twitter. I gotta admit though, this is a take that I hadn't thought of before, but now that I see it, in black and white, it yeah, it makes sense.
Oh,
It works.
Gabby might join us after all because she was waiting for her coworker to get there.
BDSM is impossible to take seriously. It's literally Looney Tunes sex, tying each other up and hit each other with sticks, etc. Come on, Tom and Jerry ass. Like, yeah, I mean, you put it that way, it checks out. The math checks out. I never saw the appeal of BDSM. I can understand, like wanting to use a ball gag on your woman, but I mean, apparently they don't like it when you try to, use that outside of the bedroom.
Yeah. Let's go with that Bill Burr joke. I like my beer like I like my violence. Domestic.
Yeah. No, that wasn't a Bill Burr joke. That he saw that written on a sign
Well, I
at
know,
a
but
bar.
that comes from.
You're like, but yeah, he's like, "There's no fat on that joke. You need every word of that joke." I prefer real domestic violence. Yeah, it's good to know that trailer park culture is international.
Yeah.
You could drop a bogan in the middle of Oklahoma and they'd fit right in. I imagine vice versa would also hold true.
Because it's got an E in it. No, the one thing I actually didn't take into consideration when doing the whole running thing was that my lungs would fucking hate it. Especially since it's starting to get cold outside. My lungs are not fans.
You know what's weird, Johnny? I think we both agree that I'm in worse shape than you are. I don't exercise or any of that bullshit. I smoke like a pack a day, at least. And just since you and I have been in this call, I've heard you coughing way harder than I ever do.
Uh, well, yeah. Um, I've been coughing for a bit lately, and we're thinking it's because of my allergies mixing with my asthma.
I mean, I think it's just that I'm superior, you know?
Well,
I got the better genetics.
well, black lung and asthmatic lung are two completely different things.
I mean, I think he's saying that my lungs are the ones that are black frosted, not his.
No, I got asthmatic ass lungs.
Speaking of smoking, apparently Page 6 wants us to all know that Malia Obama was taking a smoke break. They've got pictures of her, sparking a dart in L.A.
Oh,
You remember when the Bush kids were like going out drinking underage?
yeah.
We now like it's tabloid news that a president's kid who's a legal adult is smoking.
Smoking the reefer.
Not even.
So it's just regular cigarette?
Yeah,
Nice.
like that's tabloid worthy today, apparently. Like, who the fuck cares? Like, why do you think that we need to give a shit about that?
I don't know. It,
Yeah, apparently both the Obama kids are smokers. It's like, so fucking what? It's like,
didn't one put on like 75 pounds? Like,
I don't know. Like, I just saw this scrolling through because
I would say
somebody I follow responded to it.
that's more newsworthy than, hey, this one smokes. Like, hey, that lazy piece of shit picked up 80 pounds and might lose her toes.
But yeah, I mean, I I uh I'm an old man now, Johnny, because like I still remember when you could smoke indoors.
Me too.
I remember when they had smoking sections in the restaurants.
You know, there was a section in a restaurant that we went to that it used to have a smoking section, and God, it was so long ago. Like, I couldn't imagine. It's long since gone now, but I think there was it was after they removed the smoking section. Like, you'd have people in there who were like huffing the walls and shit. It's just because they're like, oh, I can still smell the smoke.
They've already sucked the nicotine off their fingernails. They're jonesing hard, so they're just
Like, this wall's making me want to smoke real bad.
just licking that glass partition like they're in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory and they're tasting the snozberries for the first time. Yeah. No, where I live, like I joke that it's like 20 years behind the times, whatever the time is, you know.
Used to Frosted. They don't have a smoking section anymore because it's, well, I guess you can still consider it a smoking section.
Well, like at the Choctaw Travel Plazas until like 2009 or so, you could still smoke. You know, you could walk into the Travel Plaza with a lit cigarette. They used to have ashtrays on the shelves as you were going around, getting stuff to buy. You could walk in with a lit cigarette. You could light up a cigarette while you were sitting in line waiting to cash out. It was probably my favorite part of college.
Yeah, I was never really a fan of
Now,
the smoking section.
Cynic, does Australia, they don't allow sitting in smoking in the pubs anymore in Australia? I mean, I imagine they don't, but like when did they finally put the kibosh on that? Because I don't know about you, Johnny, but like I can still smoke in bars here.
I know that there is a bar here that uh, they allow for outside drinking, but it's within this lot, and yeah, actually you can drink out there.
How cold does it get in Montana again?
Well, on average, in the winter it's I'd say -40.
And they want me to smoke outside?
Yes,
Fuck them.
they have propane heaters for you.
It's negative 40.
To be honest, I don't know why you're going out negative 40 anyway, but
Apparently to smoke. No, like we still smoking bars down here. Like that's like fuck the health of the workers. Like you applied to work at a bar. What do you think was going to happen? You know, you gonna sit there and tell me I can't spark a dart while I'm playing darts? Really? You know, I can't have a lit cigarette while I'm shooting pool. Like, no, sir. Like, I will not frequent that establishment. Like I mean, tobacco and alcohol that goes together like peanut butter and jelly. You can't separate those two.
yeah.
I mean, if it isn't, it should be frosted. That should be a law. You get caught shooting 8 ball without a lit cigarette dangling from your lip. That should be a misdemeanor at least.
Well,
Yeah, that's right. You guys kind of speak the kings, don't you? Blowing a fag means something completely different where you're from.
let's take a look there. Smoking and playing pool or lack of.
That's why you ash your cigarette before you get ready to take your shot. Yes, they're supposed to have a smoky haze and gambling.
Let's see here. New Jersey Beach park ban smoking goes into effect, and that was 2019. And that's the beach. That's out in the open.
The beach is nothing but sand. That's a natural ashtray. You tell me I can't smoke there?
Nope.
I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
Let's see. Smoking banned in all Vegas pools.
It's Vegas. I mean, of all the things that have been done in those pools, smoking is not even top 10 worst.
Let's see. In Louisiana, you can smoke in a bar. Oh, it's 2006, though. That's probably changed since then.
I don't know. It probably depends on where in Louisiana. I mean, I have to believe that New Orleans still lets you smoke in bars.
5
Come on.
things swimmers need to know
Come on,
about
come on,
weed
New
and
Orleans.
swimming.
Don't let me down.
5 things swimmers need to know about weed and swimming. You're not Michael Phelps.
You don't know that.
7 tips for smoking cigars on the golf course.
I bet
Why?
I bet you good money I could beat Michael Phelps in a quarter-ounce relay. No, Maniac Man. It's New Orleans because I don't speak like a retarded Frenchman. You know, I bet if we got Sam on here, even he, as an actual Frenchman, would say New Orleans.
Can I consume cannabis around my kids?
I mean, you can, but I wouldn't recommend it. I guess it depends on how annoying those little shits are. They should require drugs in the Olympics. It's like, I mean, go ahead and have your regular Olympics, but then give us like the steroid Olympics. You know?
You know, all I did was look up to see if playing pool was illegal while smoking, and I get naked Hunter Biden cohorts with hooker and gun. Like these, they're just trying to get everything in there.
I really don't want to know what they ended up doing with the pool cue.
Do not plan on searching.
See, now I'm pretty sure Cynic's just making shit up in chat. I have no idea. I have an idea what those words mean individually, but when you string them together like that, no clue.
Well, I mean, Bostonian, you're just taking one retard and putting a different dialect on it.
I met one chick from Massachusetts when I was working one of my previous jobs. She came in was a
Although I shouldn't say that because isn't Jenna from there?
Boston,
Around that area.
somewhere in the northeastern corridor. They all sound the same to me. But but yeah, this chick from Massachusetts came into my place of work, and we have this Johnny. I don't know if you guys have anything like this, but we have this one newspaper that is nothing but like mugshots from people from all the surrounding counties, you know, and showing what they got arrested for. And it's called Jailbirds. And this lady was like, really, you guys got a whole newspaper, you know, like dedicated to people's mugshots? I was like, yeah, we do. Public shaming is alive and well here in the South, man.
No, we don't. We only have our wanted posters.
Well, you guys still have wanted posters?
Yeah.
You guys still have the Pony Express too? What the fuck?
As I've said, my state slogan is, "Have you heard of the Rubik's Cube?"
You guys still have like the wanted posters for Uncle Ted
No.
hanging up in the post office?
But I would keep one just as a collectible. No, it's
You know, R.I.P. Ted. We miss you, buddy.
peace be among him.
Yeah, peace be upon him. He's still the wallpaper to my phone. Yeah. Anytime I go to like switch over from like Twitter to YouTube or whatever when I'm sitting on the toilet in the morning, I just see Ted's face staring at me disapprovingly.
I should see if I can put that as my lock screen. The Kaczynski as a with the Waluigi hat on and the mustache. Welcome.
Howdy, boys.
How's it going?
Good. Just got home from work.
Well, you got here just in the nick of time. We were stretching for topics.
It went from 9/11.
How's your day been?
9/11 to adopting cats, and now we're talking about Ted Kaczynski.
I mean, there was other stuff in between. There was AI art and like all the different laws around where you can and can't smoke in different localities.
Sounds like a very variety-filled freaking evening.
That's a nice way of saying scatterbrain, but I'll take it. So how's your day been?
Started off bad, but it got a lot better. I hate children.
Yeah.
And like I'm talking about 20-somethings. God, it's getting old. I'm unironically going kids these days.
Yeah, I had that with a coworker at my last job. He's like, I think, 23. He's a 2000 baby, and just trying to explain different things to him, you know, from the before times, right? Like when they had the writer strike going on, you know, late night TV. Not on the air, you know, they were playing reruns and stuff. And I guess eventually they ran out of reruns of like all the late night shows that nobody was watching anyway, so they started putting on like old sitcoms and whatnot. So I would go to work and like for a few hours a night, I'd have like reruns of Seinfeld and King of Queens.
Oh,
And
that
then-
takes me back.
Yeah, right? And about 2 o'clock in the morning, there was an ad for a phone sex line, and
I'm having deja vu. Didn't we talk about this the other night?
I don't know,
I believe
maybe.
I think we did.
Well, see, I'm getting old. I'm repeating myself. Yeah.
Yeah, it's either like sex phone commercials, or it's like they guilt you into like donating to take care of animals, like Sarah McLachlan and the.
It's
You know, I was hoping.
It's really.
I was
funny
hoping
to
for Miss
watch-
Cleo.
It's really funny to watch those commercials to go from like Girls Gone Wild to that old guy who like tries to guilt you into adopting an African child.
Oh, I forgot about that too. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, if I gotta choose where my $19.99 plus shipping and handling is going, it's not going to Africa. I'm sorry. Yeah.
There was a more recent one. It wasn't like instead of adopting or sponsoring an African child, it was like donating food to like Jewish people. I forget.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do know
Where,
what you're talking about.
because like those weren't like old Jewish people in Israel though, was it? It was like old Jews somewhere else,
I
right?
forget.
Trying to get
where.
them back into Israel is what I think it was.
It's hard to remember. I haven't had cable in years.
But I was like, I mean, like if I'm not sending my money to Africa, I don't want to send it to the Middle East either. That's even further away. Always another starving Marvin out there. Yeah. I mean, I'm on the Sam Kinison line of thinking. Is like they should move where the food is. Solve a lot of their problems if they just did that.
Look at you solving world hunger.
I mean, I do my best, I solved poverty years ago. I just start, telling those bums to get a job, but they won't listen. Homeless people, have you guys considered buying a house?
No, that's yeah. Oh man, I can't remember what channel that's on, but I remember seeing that.
Probably just Google it.
Yes, right now I have tried not being poor. It's not. It's not an easy proposition. I mean, you gotta get up, get out of bed, you know, groom yourself, go to a job. They want you to do work.
I mean, we all can't be a sound biker.
I mean,
You sure can try, but
Wasn't he? Weren't he and Ethan fighting the other day about something about China and Tibet and stuff like that?
yeah. So Ethan Klein was like, he was defending capitalism, and I mean that's hilarious considering, you know, if that was, it wasn't so much an offense of capitalism as it was like, you know, like him asking Hassan questions about China.
Oh yeah, and Hassan is just totally like mask off. Like imperialism's okay when the Chinese people do it.
it's none of my business over there.
Well, it's funny. Like I remember him saying, well, that's why I don't live in China. Like I don't agree with all their policies. Like, yeah, but you agree with enough of them. Why don't you, you know, fuck off?
Yeah, why don't you move there?
Because he couldn't stream for 12 hours a day doing absolutely fuck all nothing, and yeah.
She's still watching. Frasier.
Did I hear a kitty cat?
Yeah, probably.
See, now it's not my cat in the mic.
No, no. Shut up.
Aww. Be nice to the fluffy buddy.
He's down the hall. He's being a loud asshole. It's like almost midnight.
Hey, Camel, you streaming?
Like,
Yeah.
hey,
It's the only time that
listen.
motherfucker wants to talk to me anyways, when I'm trying to talk to somebody else.
Wonder if I still have that picture up, or if I just copied and pasted it.
Well, Frosted, he can get a job and buy his own fucking pack. How about that?
I don't know about cigarettes for cats. I know they make wine for cats.
I mean,
Yeah.
they make weed for cats.
They make beer for dogs.
Why wouldn't they make cigarettes for cats? Oh, Johnny,
Yes.
I got an idea. We're gonna make like the first cat tobacco company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Good push. Way to go.
Thank you.
But I mean, you know, like when your cat needs a pick me up after they've had, you know, like their cat nip, you know, you need to, you know, you need to be all bright eyed and bushy tailed. You know, get him like a little, you know. I'm not sure how the delivery method would work though. You know, would it be more like a snuff, or a 'cause I imagine like having a cat running around with a lit cigarette, that could be dangerous. Tabby Tobacco. I'm liking the branding idea, Frosted. Yeah.
Tabby Tobacco.
Tabby Cat Tobacco Company. There we go.
No, I moved all my memes.
And
and stuff,
apparently Rotten is going to be our East German judge for the night. He only gave you a 6 on that one, Gabs.
Aw. I can definitely do better. Y'all
You're
have
not going to
heard
make the medal round with that kind of effort if Rotten's judging.
I didn't even try. I'm not even drinking anything.
Live from the Eastern Bloc.
See, like that's how I know I'm old. I'm making references to East Germany, a country that literally hasn't existed since I was in my infancy.
Speaking of dating yourself, like, did I tell you guys about how I mentioned Idiocracy to my staff, and like none of those kids even had heard of the film?
No, I think I saw you mentioned something about it on Twitter though.
Yeah, no, because like one of my staff was like changing into Crocs, and I'm like, fun fact about those. And you know, I mentioned Idiocracy. He's like, never heard of it. Like, okay, maybe it's just him.
It's like,
And
all right,
I asked everyone else, like, no one has heard of it.
That's where I was like, all right, well, see, it's this documentary, you know, that you should really check out.
Yeah, this is the one I made for Terry since his yard crew likes to interrupt. It's in the stream.
Oh, I forget that guy. Awakening with JP, isn't it?
Yeah,
I like that guy. He's
JP
funny.
Sears.
Yeah, he's funny.
Now, I looked up a guy with a leaf blower, and that's one of the first pictures that showed up, and I'm like, perfect. You're in.
You made the cut, kid.
You know, since we were reflecting on how old I'm getting and everything, I think I'm also noticing like apparently I smoke enough that I have a callus on my thumb from my lighter.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. I'm just falling apart.
I wish someone would have told me like your 30s are like the training wheels of, you know, getting old.
30s?
Yeah.
Oh no, this started in high school. By the time I was like a junior in high school, I was already like popping like a Rice Krispie treat when I rolled out of bed in the morning. Now I just make the old man noises, you know, like because I make old man noises. You know, like in the 20s it was kind of put on, you know, like you know, now it's just natural. I mean, at this rate here, I think 50 might be an improvement. Then I'd only feel half dead.
Dude, did you know Michael Sheen's wife is 28? He's like in his 50s. She's only 28. She's younger than me.
I mean, I'm just glad he got rid of Sarah Silverman. So,
Was
good
he
for
at?
him.
Was he really with? No, you're.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were
No.
together.
No.
Oh no, we did one of our torture streams for one of her stand-up specials, and at the end, like she had a whole bit talking about her, you know, going into a surgery and trying to explain Brexit. And at the end, they showed the video from her like being put under anesthesia and explaining Brexit. And yeah, Michael Sheen sitting there right next to her, holding her hand.
And the
Oh, Sheen, no. Sheen, no.
And the doctor's eating it up.
I'm like, yeah, that's right. Like, no. Like, you know, stick to the anesthesia, doc. Geopolitics is not your forte.
Yeah, Anna Lundberg is his new person.
See, like Sarah Silverman, that's another example. Like, I would probably have sex with her, but we would need the ball gag.
Hey, he was born on my birthday.
Huh? What?
Michael Sheen.
What about it?
He was born on my birthday.
Oh.
Neat. There you go. You share a birthday with Michael Sheen. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I have someone besides Hank Aaron.
Wait, you got Michael Sheen and Hank Aaron?
Yes.
I'm only one day away from having the same birthday as Kaori Yuki. She's a manga artist.
The only ones I got was like Anthony Burgess and the least famous Beatle. So yeah. And then, like, if I tell people, like, oh yeah, I share a birthday with Anthony Burgess, I have to explain who that is.
I'm not trying to be like ironic by who is that?
The author of A Clockwork Orange.
Ah.
No, I said the least famous assassin. That asshole gets all the press.
Well, he's the least liked.
George Harrison. So.
Which is funny because when you started mentioning it, the song I Got My Mind Set on You is the first thing that popped in my head. Which is the George Harrison song. Tracy Morgan. Yeah. Somebody go get pregnant. Yes, it's a very bad imitation, but it is what it is.
Maniac, man. Good grief, there's no accounting for taste. Silverman isn't all that impressive naked. Her personality is just as lackluster and her voice is as grating. Apparently, you, sir, have never participated in a hate fuck, have you? It shows.
We got a man of culture here.
I can't tell that story. Those stories right now.
Well, I mean, names and dates and locations will have to be changed, but I mean...
No, I'm just going to hold on to that till... Mel Blanc, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard a story about Mel Blanc, but I mean, it's probably one of those like apocryphal stories that probably didn't happen. But I want to believe.
What do you got?
Apparently, he he was in hospital, and I don't remember if they said he was in a coma or what, but like he wasn't coming out of it, and finally, like one of the doctors, called him Bugs. And he's like, yeah, what's up, Doc? Like I said, probably didn't happen, but I want to believe.
Yeah.
That would be cool, you know?
You're allowed to have whatever headcanon you want.
Yeah, I mean, especially in this day and age.
Well, you do have Ric Flair.
Oh, that's right. I got the Nature Boy. I forgot about that.
And a bunch of YouTube and Instagram stars. You unfortunately also have Chelsea Handler.
All right, chat, be honest now. You had to choose one or the other. Silverman or Handler.
You have Jamila.
I choose
Jamil.
the ocean. I'm just walking right into that.
Come on,
Who?
shark-infested waters.
I'll take shark.
You also have
And I will
you also have Jamila Jamil, which is
Who?
hilarious. She was on The Good Place.
Never watched it.
Yeah, it's pretty good until the end of the first season, and then it just goes straight down to the dumps from there. But she was enjoying her celebrity, and then she started saying derogatory terms towards the gays, or some other gays. And then when it turned on her, she's like, I can do that because I identify as queer. And I'm like, that is quite possibly the most retarded thing I've ever heard.
See, only Terry and Frosted are actually taking this thing seriously. It's like Terry says he'd go with Silverman, but only if she wears the Nazi outfit.
I like the way you think, sir.
Frost is saying going on looks alone handler. Really? I mean,
Silverman's got decent tits. I don't know about handlers.
They're probably the only decent thing about her. But you know, I gotta say, if those are the two options, I gotta go with Silverman. At least she hasn't been pissed on by the pie fucker.
What?
Oh, you don't know about that, do you?
No, obviously not.
Apparently, Chelsea Handler went on vacation somewhere with Jason Biggs and I guess his wife and whatnot, and they were on a boat swimming out in the ocean. And as she was trying to get back up the ladder to get back in the boat, he pissed on her.
On purpose?
Yeah. On purpose enough that they videotaped it. Well, again, I'm dating myself. No one's videotaped anything in 30 years. But yeah, they had their camera out recording on their cellular device. Just a yellow stream hitting her right in the face.
It wasn't her choice. I mean, he's the asshole.
I mean, I hate to quote Riley from the Boondocks, but if she didn't want to get pissed on, she'd get the fuck out the way. Yeah, got nothing to say to that because that logic still holds up.
I'm shaking my head. You can't see it, but it's moving to and fro.
She had a whole ocean. She could have,
Hey, Dax.
So,
All right, Dax, got a question for you.
okay.
You have to choose one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah Silverman or Chelsea Handler. Which one do you hate, fucking Dax?
Can I chop off my own dick?
No, this is not an option.
See, I chose the ocean.
I like that. Silverman.
Thank you.
Yeah, I still feel bad about that though.
Well, Terry, he had a good one. He's he'd go with Silverman, but only if she wore the Nazi outfit. And Tyr said, Silverman if she did blackface. Personally, I'd like to combine the two.
Ooh,
Blackface Nazi.
Exactly, yeah.
Wow, I'm sure there's a market out there somewhere for that video.
That would be like a brand new twist on race play.
And she got the tips and tricks from Justin Trudeau.
Mm. You got something tipped wise from Justin.
So apparently Frost is into water sports. He's asking, does she not deserve to get pissed on?
Only she's on fire.
Oh, I was telling Gabby about how Jason Biggs pissed on Chelsea Handler.
He did?
Yes.
Jason Biggs of all people.
Yep.
Nice.
Rotten. Yeah. Blackface Sarah Silverman dressed up like a Nazi, finished with a Dutch oven.
Blackface fistball on ABC.
I mean, she is Jewish. So I'm
Blackish
assuming there's
Hitler.
always going to be some kind of oven involved. That was a dark joke. I don't feel bad at all.
See, I mean, Frosted, he gave me the idea for the Tabby Cat Tobacco Company, Blackish Hitler on ABC. I mean, Frosted, we should really we should start our own marketing, company.
You're going to end up on a show on Peacock.
our own our own Mad Men spinoff.
I just want to see you go on Shark Tank and pitch that idea.
No, nope.
Fucking do it.
You should do it.
I mean, that'd have to be Frosted right there. Yeah, Glass Camel 2024. That's right. Frosted's running for president. I'm running for VP.
Y'all get my vote.
I just want a job where I make 6 figures a year and I have to do absolutely fucking nothing.
Definitely be a politician.
Hmm.
I still don't understand. If they have to drug test at Walmart, why can't we drug test our fucking politicians?
We don't have to drug test at Walmart. What are you talking about?
They did when I worked there.
Yeah, they don't anymore.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
I'm never
Yeah.
working at the Dark Circus ever again.
Yeah, they stopped drug testing because people kept failing.
Did you hear about that guy who played for the Dodgers?
Trevor Bauer? Yeah.
That's a
Yeah, some
Yeah.
more shit.
Monkey and Jack talked about it, and then Matt Christensen made a video the next day. Yeah, fucked up story. There's also another athlete he's a punter. He was drafted, I think, by the Buffalo Bills.
Oh yeah, he got me too'd.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
But-
Punter got drafted.
I know.
This motherfucker was good. And yeah, he got me too to the point where I think he got drafted, but I don't think he actually played a game. But yeah, completely fabricated story.
hmm
I mean, so much so, he wasn't even there.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, it was proven he wasn't even fucking there. At least not
At
he
the
was there
time,
at the party, but when she
this person said it
down.
happened, he'd left an hour before or something like that.
Mhm.
I think I'm more offended that he sleeps with a blinder.
I mean, as a dedicated night shift employee, I don't have a problem with that.
Well, like most things, I just can't sleep with anything on my face. I had just gotten used to my CPAP machine.
Yeah, I personally go with blackout curtains. But yeah, I'm not gonna begrudge somebody. I mean, he was in Los Angeles. Imagine getting blackout curtains that big. Did you see the windows in that place?
I did not.
They're floor to ceiling. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, there's no, that's just I agree. There has to be a crime for this, and women will never get punished for it.
I mean, there's obviously making false statements to police, especially in the case with that dude that was on the Buffalo Bills.
Mm-hmm.
It's that went to the DA. The one with Trevor Bauer, I think that was just civil.
Yeah, they settled that as long as he gets to talk about it. And then
No money changed hands, and he gets to speak about it.
And oh boy, did he.
Yeah, that's wild that he wasn't allowed to talk about it.
For 2 years.
So that pretty much guaranteed he was not going to get any employment prospects in any way, shape, or form.
Well, actually, no, he did get employment in Japan.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like Japan, and Japan knows not to pay attention to that bull crap, but, you know.
Yeah. But, I mean, the dude, you know, he was worth, what, 51 million?
Yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah. He won like the Cy Young in, was it 2020?
You know better than I.
Well, no, I'm just trying to remember from like the Matt Christensen video and like Monkey and Jack talking about it on stream. But like, yeah, dude, you know, best pitcher in like the National League. You know, gets a fat contract with the Dodgers, moves from Cincinnati to LA, and like first season with the team, this gets dropped, and immediately after that, suspension. Excuse me.
And of course,
No.
with no like repair to that.
Yeah, no recourse until it worked its way through the court system.
It's the waiting that's got to be the most, like, frazzling. It's like, you know, you got to wait for the criminal stuff to go through. Then you can start filing your civil suits. But she doesn't have a whole lot, like, any money to pay him back anyway. And going against the NFL, they'll just keep him in limbo until he runs out of money suing them.
Oh yeah, well, I don't remember what that kid's name was. That was the NFL player. But like, I think it was like San Diego State is where he went to school, and where the chick that made the accusation against him, you know, met him. And on top of that, she was like, I think it's like only like 17 or something. Like she was underage. Which, way to go, Dad.
Mhm.
You know. That's the main reason why I didn't have kids.
Look at her
50-50
behavior.
chance of having a daughter.
Look at her behavior. Do you really think there's a dad in the picture?
Huh.
I mean,
There might be a daddy in the picture.
toss up.
Well, dad and daddy are two separate things.
Yeah, but it was funny, though.
I've only ever had one chick call me daddy, and you know what?
Did you like it?
No.
I'm with your boy Pat on this one. That is.
Yeah, it was like, you know, like one of those. It's like one of those old like World War II like submarine movies or whatever. You know, like whenever they have like the horn for like when they're gonna go into a dive or something. You know, like as soon as that word crossed her lips, I was like, that's all I heard in my brain. It was like,
I don't know. I mean, I kind of have an idea why people like it. Like, I've thought about it a little bit, just analyzing why people call each other, you know, daddy or whatever. It's like, I'm thinking it's mostly due to the fact that it gets the, like, natural desire to punish somebody kicked in, you know? It's when they think they're acting like children and you want them to stop, and they think you're going to get a little rough with them. And some girl told her friend, and they thought, oh, it's just because of the daddy thing. No, it was because of the play involved with it, you know, probably the spanking or cuffing, whatever it might be, and their friend misinterpreted it, just like the stupid pants around the ass thing with, you know, all our lovely jailbirds.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my theory.
oh, are you subscribed to that newspaper too?
Wow.
I would not want to be called mommy. I would barf in my mouth.
Ugh. I think it might be
Yeah.
worse.
Have you noticed that it really only goes the one way? Like,
Well, they're the Milkmaid fans. They call them
I
mommy
mean,
sometimes.
I guess nowadays there's probably some demographic that's into. But yeah, I mean, for the most part in popular culture, you don't hear anybody like, you know, any dudes calling their woman mommy. It's usually the other way around.
Well, bikers call their girls mama.
Mm,
I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like if you're like, say, like a married couple and you actually do have kids together, it's like I could see them once in a while just calling each other like, "Hey, mommy," or hey, because they actually are mommies and daddies, but not like in a sexual way.
Right. Mommy has Norman Bates vibes. Yeah, kind of.
yeah.
Succinct.
I mean, like the only thing worse than mommy would be just like straight up just calling them mother.
I was gonna say mother.
Yeah.
That's just psychotic.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, pretty gross.
No more wire hangers.
Wire hanger.
Am I the only one who actually saw that movie all the way through?
So long ago. That's literally the only thing I remember because I learned at a young age that calling Mama Camel Mommy Dearest got right under the skin, you know. And she was also opposed to wire hangers. We had all plastic in my house, and they suck.
They do. They don't hold shit for shit.
You try hanging like a heavy winter coat on one of those things. Good luck.
You make it work with the plastic one.
Huh?
So you can always make it work with the plastic ones, which is why I use those.
No, like I always end up breaking the plastic one.
You don't hang up your stuff right, man.
Or maybe I'm just, a big fat ass and my coat is very heavy.
No, you're just trying to, do what they do down in Mexico, but you're the wrong gender for that.
Frosted. Call her mother, but do it like Ted Levine as Buffalo Bill.
Jesus.
I prefer.
There's the moment.
I prefer Ted Levine in Joyride if we're gonna go that route.
Yeah. Ted Levine is the trucker. The trucker voice, rather.
Yeah. Rusty Nail, or however it was. Wait, Ted Levine was in Wild Wild West? I don't recall.
I'm on it.
The only redeeming thing that I can remember about Wild Wild West is that.
How do you guys not remember that?
Well, no. Like I remember.
He's the one with
movie.
the ear thing attached to his head. Remember the hearing aid, the little horn thing?
Oh,
McGrath.
yeah.
Frost has got it. Bloodbath McGrath. I didn't remember the character name. Thank you, Frosted.
Well, once you said like with the ear thing, like that brought it back. But yeah, like the only redeeming thing I remember from Wild Wild West is that it kept Will Smith from being in the Matrix.
Ha! Forgot about that.
Thank fuck.
I enjoyed it when it came out, Looking at it now, it has like next to nothing to do with the show. But as a kid, I hadn't seen the show yet. Now that I've seen the show, I'm a little sad.
I had seen the show, and I'm like, this is going to be trash.
And you weren't wrong if you saw the show.
I did not see the movie.
I mean, I remember Selma Hayek, and I remember Will Smith playing some woman's titties like bongos. That's really about it.
You did get Selma Hayek's ass. There's a breath of fresh air. See, that's the kind of humor from the movie for those who didn't know. Puns are so bad.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to Selma Hayek, I don't think anything really is going to top.
Desperado.
I was going to say Desperado or From Dusk Till Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that movie.
Which one?
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah. I like it a lot. I think it's a good movie. The foot thing's a little weird, but it's Quentin Tarantino, so.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Didn't they make a TV series?
Mm-hmm.
Is it any
Uh,
good?
Well, they made like a couple of like I think direct to DVD sequels and then a TV series.
Oh, I didn't know they made sequels.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there was 2 TV series. At least I think so.
Yeah, because like I think that was on the El Rey network, which is Robert Rodriguez's network that he started.
Oh yeah. I thought there was one a long time ago. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe those were direct-to-DVD movies.
You know,
No,
I
seriously,
never
no.
saw the direct to DVD sequels or anything.
For me, it's not so much that it's boring. It's just it gets really long-winded real quick because he likes to have that slow burn into the build-up crescendo where everything starts to go fucking wild. It's like, yeah, we get it, Tarantino. We know that's your style. How about you like subvert our expectations a little bit and just get to what the fuck you want to say, please?
I mean, the one I appreciate Tarantino movies because I mean the world needs more Tim Roth, but other than that, like I don't know. I don't think I've enjoyed Tarantino since high school, maybe college.
I liked Hateful Eight. At least I liked it enough.
The Hateful Eight was good.
I never even bothered watching that one.
Oh, you need to see it.
Which one?
Hateful
The
Eight.
Hateful Eight.
Oh, I haven't seen that one either.
It's on Netflix. The extended cut's pretty good. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or whatever, it was okay. It's fun watching Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio do, Tarantino-esque shit, but
I mean, I liked Inglourious Bastards okay. Well, Django is probably where he lost me.
Did you say Django or Jenga?
Django.
Django Unchained. Okay.
Yeah.
That was a good movie too. I liked it.
The scene where like the dogs rip up the slave, I was like, that's just gratuitous. I mean, Inglourious Bastards, it wasn't a good movie. I'm not saying it was a good one.
I gave no shits about that French bitch. I just wanted to see the Americans like beat the shit out of the Nazis.
Yeah, I mean, just Diane Kruger. I mean, need I say more?
How about Waltz? He was cool.
Yeah, but he's not nearly as hot as Diane Kruger.
We had Fassbender in there. It was awesome too.
Yeah.
That scene was pretty good.
little boy.
I think we're replaying the same card here. It's like, don't make him tap the sign.
Say goodbye to your Nazi balls.
If I'm gonna die tonight, I'm gonna go out speaking to kings.
God, you know what? We can all agree that basement scene was pretty good.
Yeah. That to me, that was probably the best part of the movie.
I have not seen it.
Oh, it's actually worth watching just on its own. You don't even have to know anything going up to it, other than knowing that they're meeting a contact at a bar. That's all you need to know.
Apparently, Assassin doesn't like Fassbender. I mean,
That hurts a little bit. I kind of like him. I don't see anything in him that I absolutely despise yet. If you can justify it, Assassin, I'll join you in your hatred. But I personally haven't encountered anything.
I mean, he's been in a ton of good movies, though. Like, I mean, he was a great successor to Ian McKellen as Magneto to me.
I think so.
I mean, he was in 300.
He was, and nobody remembers it.
Yeah. Wasn't he the one that was like, well, we'll fight in the shade?
I believe so. I know he had long hair.
One that I haven't gone back and watched in a while. He was in was a Live Wire.
It's been a while.
That had him and Channing Tatum were both in that with Gina Carano.
And Channing Tatum did okay.
Yeah.
Huh, I was surprised. I was like, hey, you're fucking doing okay. I can't complain. And who doesn't, Gina Carano?
I mean, I would call her mommy.
Oh, God. That I agree with.
I'd let her carry me over the threshold, man.
Of course you would. He'd like bench press you, and you'd enjoy it every second of it. But no, I agree with the assessment on that one. It's like the Prometheus thing, like the whole.
I
alien
never
colony
watched
shit.
that one.
It didn't feel like it was supposed to feel, despite Scott's entire involvement in the whole thing. We didn't need a prequel to fucking Aliens to begin with. And if we did, that was a terrible way to do it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to go back to all the way to the one that Camel always brings up, he's in Band of Brothers also.
He was in Band of Brothers. That's actually on my list to watch again.
What character did he play? Because
I
I've got
haven't
the
seen
I've got the
show
box
forever.
set and I haven't cracked it open yet.
Burton Pat Christensen.
Oh, okay, that's not ringing any bells. It's been a while since I've watched Band of Brothers though.
I think Donnie Wahlberg was awesome in it.
Donnie Wahlberg was awesome in the when they're in Bastogne with the shelling.
Mm.
And the other dude in the foxhole just, the dud lands right in front of him. He's trying to light a cigarette, and as soon as he gets it lit up, Wahlberg just pulls it out of his mouth, starts puffing on it. Thought you didn't smoke. I don't.
People forget Tom Hardy was in there too.
Tom Hardy was in Band of Brothers too?
Yeah, he was a private first class something or another. I don't remember which. Again,
See,
I saw this show a long time ago.
I remember him being in Black Hawk Down. I didn't remember him in Band of Brothers. Simon Pegg was in Band of Brothers, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I forget that a lot too. Scott Grimes was in Band of Brothers. Scott Grimes, the fucking dude who voices Steve on American Dad.
Which one did he play?
Oh god, what the fuck is his name? Donald something or another.
Wait, is Scott Grimes a ginger?
Yeah.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he was also in the Orville, which is actually really good.
He voices Steve on American Dad? Wow.
And he does the singing for him too.
He's also in an arc of one season of Justified, Gabby.
I think you've mentioned that show before.
I might have.
I was gonna say that Frost points out he was in the Assassin's Creed movie, which
Okay, I didn't even bother watching that. I'm opposed to watching video game movies. Street Fighter did me dirty,
for good reason.
Yeah.
You know who also surprised me for being good in that in Band of Brothers was David Schwimmer.
David Schwimmer, yeah, as Captain Sobel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Funny. Band of Brothers gets brought up. Like, I was watching shorts before Johnny sent me the link, and one of them was a scene from when they were training in England, and it comes up on the old British guy. Yeah. Oh, you Yanks have finally done it. You've captured me. And then Sobel, hi ho, Silver, and like the old British dude just looks over his shoulder like, would that be the enemy? And Damian Lewis, he's like, matter of fact, it would be. And just gives him that look like, fucking.
Who else was there? Neil McDonough, always great. I remember he was Lynn Compton.
Yeah. Was that like one of his first like breakout roles?
Fuck no.
No,
he's been around for forever.
I mean, I know he's been around, like, but the first time I remember seeing him was, is Band of Brothers.
Jimmy Fallon's
He's always playing some
in
sort
it?
of milling guy.
What?
Jimmy Fallon's in Band of Brothers.
I don't remember that.
I must have blocked that
It
out.
was one episode, but yeah. George Rice.
Who did he play? I don't remember the character. Like you said, I probably blocked it out too.
Jimmy Fallon played
I don't remember
Hitler.
it. Oh, talking about Fassbender and the X-Men stuff, McAvoy was in there too.
Yep. James
Yeah,
Miller.
but a guy named James Miller, yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch Band of Brothers here soon.
We're going to have a book club about Band of Brothers.
I mean, like I said, I've got the box set. Like, it'd be easy enough to stream that in the Discord.
It's on one of my streaming things. I don't know which.
I've never seen it.
Oh, okay, definitely. We're gonna have to like find a day where we can just like set Gabs down and like just binge the whole thing.
It's never going to work.
Oh, we can do it.
Do you think so?
Let's see, are you into war stuff? The war stuff.
I mean, I've enjoyed films around like war. I mean, it's not like I don't know. I mean, if it's
You
a
ever
good
see
story, it's a
Saving
good
Private
story.
Ryan?
No.
Okay. Well, Band of Brothers is, kind of the same vein as Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg produced it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So same team that produced Saving Private Ryan. But yeah, ton of British actors playing Americans.
A lot.
It's the same thing I have with like Black Hawk Down. You go through like the cast list and it's like, oh, British, American. Hey, British, Canadian, British. Yeah. Oh, and one Dutchman.
Were we flying?
No, it was Jamie Lannister.
Oh,
I can never remember how to say that dude's name, so yeah, he's just Jamie Lannister now.
was he banging his sister?
No, he's a Medal of Honor winner. Well, recipient, I should say.
Mm. Yeah, I was going to say, you don't really win to get that.
I mean, some of them did.
Winning is
some of
involved,
them were
kind
still
of.
some of them were still alive when they got it. And some were alive to get two. I imagine, like, if you win two medals of honor, like, your balls clank when you walk.
Well, you get my respect at least.
Yeah,
At least your starting line's higher anyway.
Yeah. No. I can't remember which one he played, but Gordon and Shugart are two different people. Assassin. You got Gary Gordon and Randy Shugart. That I remember.
I was thinking about some fucked up shit. You know, Donnie Wahlberg's married to Jenny McCarthy.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
That he got Jim Carrey sloppy seconds?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Like, I mean, I kind of thought it was weird that he was with Kimberly Faye for as long as he was, but,
Isn't it kind of weird how, like, the batshit crazy ones stay hotter longer?
Yeah. Maybe because they sacrificed all those babies.
You know, she considers herself a stand-up comic.
Jenny McCarthy?
I like the way you phrase that. She considers herself a stand-up comic.
I mean, she got a laugh out of me with that one, so good on her.
No, that's yeah, no, it's yeah, that's a thing.
She wants it to be a thing. I think it's because she thought because she was in a couple of funny things that she's a comedian. She was in basketball. She doesn't get a right to talk. Actually,
maybe you
I
can
like basketball.
come by later and lay some carpet, if you know what I mean.
She's literally laying carpet. She's polishing knobs. Yeah.
Sucking the chrome off a trailer hitch.
That was a good movie. I don't care. I like it.
I love
Fuck
that
other
movie.
people. It's so much fun. It's dumb on
Yeah.
purpose.
Exactly. Another one of theirs that I love, like, just dumb on purpose. Orgasmo.
I love Orgasmo. Chodo Boy.
I know I've watched it. I don't remember. I definitely have to watch that again. I think I might have fallen asleep through it.
Trey Parker's a Mormon missionary who ends up doing porn because he has martial arts skills.
And they want him for the
It's completely retarded, but it's funny. And they could just keep calling him, stunt cock, because he doesn't do the sex scenes.
I love that the sidekick actually created the weapons that they end up using against the gangsters at the end of the movie. It's like real recognized versions of the props they use in their movies. It's like a beam that can force you to have an orgasm. Well, it's time to sit around thinking about that. Apparently, Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Now, the one that I haven't actually sat down and watched, like I think I started to watch it and then just end up doing something else. But I've meant to sit down and actually watch it. Cannibal the Musical.
It was good.
I don't know, man. Like I just never been a fan of musicals, you know.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, it's them. and
I
it's
know,
one of their
I know
early
it's
works.
them. Yeah, yeah.
It depends on the musical. I like Repo the Genetic Opera.
That was good.
Yeah, but I mean, like they actually had an opera singer, you know. I stumbled on that one by accident because I was yeah. Because I was expecting the Repo Man movie with Jude Law and Forrest Whitaker, and then like they start singing, I was like, wait a second.
One of these things is not like the other.
I was just like, I've been had, I've been tricked, I've been bamboozled.
Into watching some awesomeness.
Yes.
I mean, it was, yeah, it was pretty much the same. You know, I mean, similar setup. So I mean, it was all right.
I think my favorite part of Cannibal is the Nihonjin Indians. They're Japanese Indians.
Oh shit! What is Cartman's mom's name?
Oh,
Leanne?
hang on. Yeah,
Huh?
Leanne Cartman.
Leanne.
Mm-hmm.
That was also his horse's name. I know that bit of trivia.
I totally forgot about that.
You know why, right?
Probably because you're riding the long dick horse all day.
No. It was one of his ex-girlfriends that cheated on him.
And yet one of the more well-known characters.
So he made the character of Cartman's mom be a complete and total whore in her honor.
That is by far one of the funniest things that I don't remember knowing. I'm sure I heard it at some point, but it's funny to hear it.
My heart's as full as a baked potato. Okay.
That was inspiration for that one scene where the great George Clooney had the one set of lines in all of South Park history, and that was in the movie. He was the doctor who replaced Kenny's heart with a baked potato. See, nobody knows that. Except me, because I'm a South Park nerd.
Well, I actually was not permitted to watch South Park growing up.
Frosted, you don't count. You know everything I know.
So yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to either, but it didn't stop me.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah, I was a little too young to be like
it was
when it was
like
popping on.
cultural osmosis. Like even if I didn't watch it, I was going to find out about it from all the kids talking about it at school.
There was a guy that I went. He was in my art class. Every week, he would talk about the episode, and I'm like, I might as well have just watched it then.
Yeah, that's how I found out about Beavis and Butthead. Wasn't supposed to watch it. Not all of Metallica Corpse. Not all of them. It was just singer dude, and he wanted to go on credit.
James Hetfield.
Yes, I can never remember I don't remember Metallica's names very much. I always think they're pretentious.
I dated a chick in high school that was a Metallica fan.
They've got some good songs, but I would never put them in my top 20.
South Park
Yeah, I
was
mean,
how I
think-
discovered my VCR actually had a timer that I could record.
Well, I just remember like by the time I was in high school, or junior high school,
Which is funny because I was 18 at the time.
and my mom came downstairs and saw like me and my baby sister sitting on the couch in the living room, and I think we just finished watching South Park, and then flipped it over, like just flipping through channels, and landed on like watching Jackass. And I was like, "You shouldn't be, you shouldn't be watching that. You shouldn't be letting your little sister watch that." I was like, I'm giving her examples of what not to do.
Brilliant.
I mean, you're
This
not
is-
wrong.
This is mentoring, Ma.
Just don't do what these guys
Yeah.
are doing.
Yeah, there's a method to my madness. Just relax,
Don't ever repeat these stunts unless you're getting paid like them. Lessons anyone
No,
can learn.
unless you're getting paid more. Because, yeah.
Ugh.
Apparently,
They would
Tom
be, wouldn't they?
Segura's calling people poor on the internet.
Aw. Now I'm thinking about the South Park song.
See, all the poors and losers have the same response. Oh, you were inconvenienced and you should accept it. That's what me and my dumb poor family have done for generations. That's why you're poor.
Okay.
I don't know what the context is, but
Yeah, I was gonna say I need more information than that.
I haven't really kept up with Tom Segura lately. So,
American Airlines.
oh, he was bitching about a flight.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
You have the privilege of taking airfare. Shut up. Frosted, you're not wrong. It is actually one of my favorite musicals. And Chicago's up there, too. I know that makes me kind of gay, but you know what? Fuck it. I like Chicago. It's a good musical. I actually really love a deleted song that they took off that was with Catherine Zeta-Jones and Queen Latifah, and they had this really cool little back-and-forth duet. And it was great, and they took it out of the movie.
I just like that they were Trey and Matt were was it an Oscar or was it a Golden Globe? What was it that they were nominated for the South Park movie for like best song?
Grammy?
Yeah, wasn't it for Blame Canada or whatever it was? I can't remember.
No, it was. I believe it was it Blame Canada or was it Uncle Fucker?
Oh God, I hope it's Uncle Fucker.
Oscars,
That's-
Frosted said, and they show up in the J-Lo dresses, dropping acid.
Oh yeah, they were dropping acid. That's so good.
and they managed high on LSD,
It was Blame Canada.
wearing evening gowns. They managed to get through all their red carpet interviews without mentioning the fact that they were wearing wigs and evening gowns.
Yep.
And Frost said, "Yeah, it was Blame Canada."
See, I was right. Keep questioning my love.
Like every time they were asked about what they were wearing, it's like, "Oh, well, it's just a magical night." And
One of my favorite renditions of Blame Canada was actually done by Robin Williams.
oh, really?
Mm-hmm. You can find it on YouTube. It's actually really cool.
I didn't realize he did that. That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't think he was ever in the show, but he did like a live presentation of Blame Canada.
What did they lose to U2 to make them do that episode about Bono?
Well, Bono's just the world's biggest piece of shit.
I
I mean, it doesn't need to be like them being insulted. Just Bono is that shit. He wants the biddy.
Biddy.
Bono loves the biddy. And yes, they did put Phil Collins into mock him after they lost to him.
Yeah, they had mentioned it was just about spite. Like,
They give no fucks. It's like, you slighted us, well, we're just going to make a one-off joke about you, and then we move on. The only reason they went after Barbara more than once is because, the whole Streisand effect actually became a real-life thing. She deserved all the ire. I'm so sad that they had to, get those 2 episodes pulled. I'm glad I got to see them, though. I feel kind of bad for those who missed out on the deleted episodes of South Park. It wasn't like it was the most magical, amazing thing in the whole world. It was just the return of Scott Tenorman and a lot of the people who really hated the South Park kids. But because they had Muhammad in there, which they didn't even do. They didn't even have him in there. It was just a big bait and switch. They were just like, you can't do this.
here's a big square.
Yeah.
Rectangle.
Hidden in a... forget what the costume was now that I'm thinking about it, but...
I think it was a bear.
Was it a... yeah, I think it was a bear.
like a Care Bear costume or something like that.
It's just like a standard mascot outfit, and they made him wear it the whole time.
Yeah.
I think it just said Muhammad on there. Like,
Yeah, but it was enough to get it pulled, and nobody knew, except for those who saw it when it aired.
Ah, that's good, Shio. Shio hit me up earlier asking about like recommendations for eating establishments in Tulsa, and I was like, I don't fucking live there. Eat wherever you want, man. I don't know.
hey, Shio. Yeah, Super Best Friends is the only one that did have Muhammad.
Mm-hmm. They were like snorting coke and stuff, or like him and Jesus. I can't remember.
Oh. I mean, as many seasons as there are South Park, that would cost me a pretty penny to get all of those.
Oh yeah, now like I wouldn't even want to start collecting them.
But I have a list of things that I want to get like hard copies of, and like C Lab 2021 is on
Underneath
there.
the water.
I gotta say, like, for not the episode that didn't have the boys in there, having Malcolm McDowell introduce, like, hello, I'm a British person.
That was pretty good. I'll do what I want, Shio. Whatever. I'm glad they like got rid of Pip. I'm glad they kept Butters though. And they were going to keep Butters, but I'm glad he got more of the forefront.
It's Butters. That's me.
Because everyone knows it's Butters.
I thought it was great that as the episode kept going, he just got more and more depressed.
And at the very end, he's just so dejected. He's like,
That's
it.
me.
that's so good. Everything fresh, everything new, everything clean.
And, like the Bennigan's episode, that was just.
I like the accountability buddy.
Oh yeah.
They were just handcuffed together the whole time. They're all committed to the bit. Listen, I know nothing fancy enough about those vaults and safes. I'm just a humble blacksmith.
Everyone has to stay in character.
That's so good. And I love when like the clock goes off. It's like, woo! All right, good job, everybody.
We're getting the fuck out.
I love as they're leaving. They're like, oh, and the code is this.
That's pretty dark, Shio. Oh my god. I'm busy celebrating what would have been my granddad's 104th birthday by drinking whiskey. It's what he would have wanted if he hadn't died of alcoholism aged 45. That's based.
At least it wasn't the chocolate milk mix.
My favorite joke to tell, like a grandpa joke, was I was working at the Travel Plaza, and you know had one older woman and one younger woman that I was working with, and I was the only dude on the shift. So somehow the topic of World War II came up. I was like, yeah, you know, my great grandfather, he died at Auschwitz. He's like, oh my God, really? Like, I didn't know. Like, yeah. Drunk bastard fell out of his guard tower. Yeah, their sympathy evaporated quick, fast.
No, it was funny. A friend of mine, we were talking. At my night job when we used to rope people in the conversations for at least the first couple hours. So like people are supposed to be getting off at 10, and they're sticking around till like midnight or so, just because we rope them into the conversation that we're having. And
nah, it's like, fuck you, I clocked out, I'm going home.
And so like he brings up someone brings up World War II, and my friend just gets this serious look in his face, walks right up to the guy, like pokes him in the chest, and he brings up, you know, He's like, my grandfather died in World War II, and this is the exact same thing. And, he goes, and when he fell out of that tower, and just his face just breaks there. Hey, Travis.
Frosted. My grandfather killed Hitler.
Wait a minute.
Does he know?
Who's gonna tell him?
What was that one movie? Dax, it's on the list. It is a guy who killed Hitler and Bigfoot. Remember?
Sam.
Oh yeah. Shit.
Sam Elliott. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks hilarious.
Yeah. We have an entire list of stuff we have to watch. And yes, Justified is on the list. Yeah.
That sounds vaguely familiar. I think you all have talked about that show before.
Yeah, I don't know. They keep talking about something. It's hard to tell.
It's got Cooper from Eurotrip in it.
This is not where I parked my car.
Yeah.
God, I love Eurotrip. Again, fuck all the haters. That was a fun movie.
That was a fun movie. Anybody who doesn't like that is just allergic to fun.
Flugenheimel.
Wait, did you say the Flugenheimel?
Yes.
Yes,
for the love of
yes,
God,
for the love of God, yes.
As you wish. Lucy Laws just has the machine going. So good. I love the laser lights on it, just pointing at his butt. Zeroing in. Oh, the brother was great though. It's like, I got mugged. It was awesome.
They're sitting there, in Amsterdam, like eating a plate full of brownies. I saw a gay porno once. I didn't realize until halfway through. The girls never came. The girls never came. These are not hash brownies.
What?
What? We are
want some
simply
hash
Dutch
brownies
bakery. Now
So
put your
good.
clothes back on, white boy.
Yeah, that's the best part. It's like, now put your clothes back on, white boy. That movie had Matt Damon in it.
I did not know that the South Park movie had Mike Judge in it.
Yeah.
You really are the worst twins ever. Like,
Oh, God,
Jamie,
remember the
can I see
train
that?
scene?
Can I see that
Yeah.
that travel book? Oh, Bratislava, capital Slovakia. Oh, here's a fun fact: you made out with your sister.
Shut up. Can't tell I haven't seen that movie a bunch of times.
Oh, that was. I remember when we would go on debate trips in high school. It was a Scotty Doesn't Know was a song that was sung in rotation with a bunch of like Stephen Lynch songs.
Mm-hmm.
Scotty Doesn't Know slaps.
I mean, even the Euro discotheque remix, yeah.
Stay away from my genitals. You sick German freak.
Me scusi.
Oh God, the Italian. Scusi. Oh no! What? Big tunnel. I got the
But-
right for that too. That was so good.
My favorite part of that whole movie, Vinnie Jones.
Yeah, soccer hooligans.
We're from the Manchester United fan club of Ohio.
If you know the Manchester United fan club, sing the Manchester United theme song. Well, I don't know. My baby takes the morning train.
Pretty good, lads.
Pretty fucking good.
Pretty damn good.
Yeah. When they take them on the bus and just they go. Like, these guys have no idea where they're going. They're just like, no, we're going to go with the soccer guys. Oh, the Hitler child. I forgot about it. Steo just linked me to the Hitler child. Oh, God, it's so fucking funny.
It's like, wow, you guys are on a whole different level of swearing over here.
That is still one of my favorite lines. I'm slowly starting to understand what that guy was talking about, but it's taking a while. Someday I'll get there.
Yeah, one of these days we'll decipher that. What the goose stepping young lad?
Yes.
Ah,
It's
Yeah.
how Cooper first notices.
yeah.
The kid just fucking goose steps. He's trying to get Scotty's attention to make him look at it. Can't tell I'm distracted with the clip. All right.
Oh man, how long have we been
This
going?
still counts as Europe, right?
Oh yeah, the airplane. Yeah.
Well, we have been going over 2 hours, so I think we're just gonna have to call it there because I'm starting to get tired.
Yeah, a little bit.
It is rather late.
Yeah.
Is it?
Shio. Yeah, you're just a cool guy with long hair.
I got you a gin and tonic. I hate gin. You guys really are the worst friends ever.
Well, with that, the zoo is closed. Have a good night.
Because Scotty doesn't know.
Scotty doesn't know.
No. Don't tell Scotty.
Because Scotty doesn't know.
Bye, everybody.